Hey everyone, welcome to episode 50 of AC Bible Reading. This is also Genesis 50, which is the last chapter in Genesis before obviously we begin our journey into Exodus. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm reading the New International Version. On the bottom of the screen there, you'll see Bible Insights Today at gmail.com. That's where you can send all your prayer requests. We love to get those. And please make sure you check out singleparentministries.com as we continue to try to support that ministry. Um, so Joseph threw himself upon his father and wept over him and kissed him. Then Joseph directed the physicians in his service to embalm his father, Israel. So the physicians embalmed him, taking a full 40 days, for that was the time required for embalming. And the Egyptians mourned him for 70 days. When the days of mourning had passed, Joseph said to his father's court, "If I have found favor in your eyes, speak to Pharaoh for me. Tell him, my father made me swear an oath and said, I am about to die. Bury me in the tomb I dug for myself at the land of Canaan. Now let me go up and bury my father. Then I will return." Pharaoh said, "Go up and bury your father as he had made you swear to do." So Joseph went up to bury his father. All Pharaoh's officials accompanied him, the dignitaries of his court and all the dignitaries of Egypt. Besides all the members of Joseph's household and his brothers and those belonging to his father's household, only their children and their flocks and herds were left in Goshen. Chariots and horsemen also went up with him. It was a very large company. When they reached the threshing floor of Atad near the Jordan, they lamented loudly and bitterly, and there observed a 7-day period of mourning for his father. When the Canaanites who lived there saw the mourning at the threshing floor of Atad, they said, "The Egyptians are holding a solemn ceremony of mourning." That is why the place near the Jordan is called Abel Mizraim. So Jacob's sons did as he had commanded them. They carried him to the land of Canaan and buried him in the cave in the field of Machpelah near Mamre, which Abraham had bought as a burial place from Ephron the Hittite, along with the field. After burying his father, Joseph returned to Egypt, together with his brothers and all the others who had gone with him to bury his father. When Joseph's brothers saw their father was dead, they said, "What if Joseph holds a grudge against us and pays us back for all the wrongs we did?" So they sent word to Joseph, saying, "Your father left these instructions before he died. This is what you are to say to Joseph: I ask you to forgive your brothers the sins and the wrongs they commanded in treating you so badly. Now please forgive the sins of the servants of the God of your father." When their message came to him, Joseph wept. His brothers then came and threw themselves down before him. "We are your slaves," they said. But Joseph said to him, "Don't be afraid. I am in the place of God. Or am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done. I will provide for you and your children." And he reassured them and spoke kindly to them. Now, the death of Joseph. Joseph stayed in Egypt along with all his father's family. He lived 110 years and saw the third generation of Ephraim's children. Also, the children of Machir, son of Manasseh, were placed at birth on Joseph's knees. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "I am about to die, but God will surely come to your aid and take you up to the land he promised, on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." And Joseph made the sons of Israel swear an oath and said, "God will surely come to your aid, and then you must carry my bones up from this place." So Joseph died at the age of 110, and after they embalmed him, he was placed in a coffin in Egypt. And that's going to wrap it up for chapter 50 in Genesis. We'll go over a few study questions here. Like, what kind of embalming would take 40 days? Well, the 40 was used as a figurative speech. It could have actually taken longer or, it's undetermined time, because the Egyptians had mastered, to this day even, the ability to preserve, you know, dead bodies. And so they, you know, and being as why is the mourning for 70 days is because Joseph was such a high dignitary, only second to the Pharaoh. So, um, let's see what else. Why would Egyptians mourn a Hebrew? Again, that was out of respect and reverence. And why did the sons of Israel stay in Egypt after the famine? Because they became so familiar with the land from being there so long. And it's believed that it was a lot more fertile than Canaan, and Canaan was very political and always edgy kind of lifestyle. So they preferred it actually in Egypt. Um, let's see, what else is there? Why was so you can see chapter 50, verse 25, where it says, "And Joseph made the sons of Israel swear an oath and said, God will surely come to your aid, and then you must carry my bones up from this place." So people ask, why was the burial place such an issue? And it's because the overriding concerns of the patriarchs, which was Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph, was to stay true to the original promise to Abraham of a homeland to be buried there, and and to be buried there was to express faith that God would keep His promise. So, excellent chapter. Join us next episode as we begin the journey into Exodus, and make sure you visit singleparentministries.com. See if you can support them, and we'll see you on the next episode. God bless.